Hey everyone, it's Sabrina. I just want to do a quick video on how I made these little shirts for Sabrina's daughter. She has her own YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description. It's called Paper Sprinkles, and she is so adorable. Her name is Jamie, so go ahead and check out her channel. But I was asked by some of the ladies that I've been talking to do a quick little tutorial on how I used the print and cut on my Silhouette Cameo, because I absolutely love it. I've had the Cricut, and yeah, so anyway, it's in the garage collecting dust. So let me go ahead and just walk you through how I did it. And keep in mind, all of these things that I've learned basically from videos, from other YouTubers and other websites like Silhouette School Online. It's a blog. It's super awesome, so go check it out. And I'll show you the materials that I used and kind of a quick little run through on how I made this this print and cut, because I got my heat press and I finally used it for the first time today. For the first time, it smelled like burning smoke, but because it's the first time it's ever been turned on, so I'm super excited, and I just wanted to show you guys how I did it real quick. So anybody can do it. Is basically where I'm working on this, and it's all surrounding this area right here. I haven't turned on my heat press, but I will momentarily. I just got that on Amazon with my Christmas money, and this is my screen printing machine that I got for Christmas from Nathan's mom. So Kathy, if you're watching, hello, thank you. Let's start with what I'm using. Okay, so I'm using, and I got this recommendation from Silhouette School. She has a blog, that's the name of her blog. You guys can check it out online. I'll try to put a link on here, but I'm not sure what YouTube is doing right now. YouTube has totally screwed me around, and I'm hearing that if you have links to outside sites, they like do whatever. I don't know, but anyway, you guys can easily look this up. This is Nina Jet Pro Soft Stretch Heat Transfer Paper. This is a lot better than the one that you buy at like Joann's, Hobby Lobby, which is what I've used in the past. Don't get me wrong, those are good, they work. But this is supposed to be like a more professional material, and it's washable, and it's supposed to withstand the washes and stuff like that. I have yet to wash them myself, but all of the little shirts and stuff like that that I've made for my niece and for my nephews and my niece, actually, their mom said that they've been just fine. So I'm using, now I have them labeled because this is the one for the white fabric and there's one for the color fabric. Now, one for the white fabric, the image has to be mirrored, and you have to print it mirrored, in other words backwards, and because when you iron it on, you have to flip it over because of the material. Now for the color, the paper for the color, it is you don't have to mirror the image, because that one you just automatically, here, like I'll show you with this. This is one of the little leftovers that I had. So you just cut it out like this, you peel it off the backing for the dark fabrics, and you lay it on there, and then you iron it or you heat press it on. So yeah, just honestly follow the instructions. In the heat press, it's supposed to be 350 degrees for 30 seconds. So I set that up, and I have them because the packaging looks exactly the same, and they come with a grid. You can cut them out, whatever. I just use my regular print. This is my inkjet printer, and that is what I'm using now. Also, totally recommend, if you're going to make it an item that kids are going to wear repeatedly or whatever, or even adults, don't buy those cheap t-shirts that you get like at Walmart or whatever, or at Joann's or any of the craft stores. Don't get me wrong, I love everything there, but the material, it's usually very, very basic, and you know that it doesn't last forever. I like to use, for my nephews, I like to use the shirts from H&M. They have blank shirts, and they usually have a deal. It's like a 2-pack, and if you buy 2 of those 2-packs, you get 1 free. So those are the ones that I normally use for my nephews, because they're nice and thick and really good quality. These are from Cat and Jack from Target, but here's the reason why I got these. These are only like $5. I got the other ones. Here, let me grab the other ones. This one is also from Cat and Jack Target. Here's the label. These were, well, I think I ripped it off, but they were $5 a piece. Now, granted, the ones at Joann's you will get for like, 3 for $10 or whatever the promotion is. But I feel that they are very large, and they're made large so it fits basic body types. But if it's a shirt that they're gonna wear, like this one, I will show you on my computer which fonts and everything it is. So I just wanted to show you what I'm using material wise. So let's jump over to the computer. Now on the Silhouette design store, by the way, I think that logo, it's not even cute. This is PN Smarty Smooch, and this is the font that I used for that. And the cupcake is actually a Doodlebug because she loves Doodlebug cards, papers, and I also got her some for her birthday. So I wanted kind of all to coordinate. So this is the cupcake from this, and the sprinkles that I use on the t-shirt, they're just these same sprinkles, but they're enlarged. So let's see here. And she recommends that you put your blade at a 6 for when you for you to cut this fabric. So let's just, I'm trying to speed up here. So when you get the cupcake, it's like this in your silhouette. You're going to ungroup, and then of course just layer it as you would. I'm just doing a quick layering of the, and what I did for the sprinkles is I just selected it, I duplicated it, moved it over here for the moment, and let me see, I'm just trying to do everything quickly. I know how to record on my laptop, but this is just quicker. And there you go, and then you just use this, you would group this and use this as your print and cut. Now the cool thing with all of the things from the Silhouette design store, they are the actual colors and everything from the brand. So I just went ahead, so that's the cupcake. So I just went ahead and started, I went and I created the word, you know, paper sprinkles, and here is the font. If it's not on there, like let's say if you have another font, when you start, you just search it and it'll change it to it. Now, so I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead, let's just, I'm going to go ahead and then fill it. I'm going to go to the color, and to match and for it to coordinate, I go ahead and select the eyedropper, and instead of trying to match it myself, I just went ahead and selected the color from here. So then I just go ahead and I like to, I'm not going to cut it right on the line. I'm going to make a shadow for it. It's just easier that way when you do print and cut. So I'm going to, then you're going to go to the line color. To me, it just helps me with the reference for me not to see it, see, because it looks kind of different, this one from this one. So once you have that, you're going to go to the offset, select it. On this one, I went ahead and I did a 0.098, hit enter, and that is the offset. So this is going to be, now that's going to be the cut line, because I like to have this little border. This is, where is it? Okay. Like let's say this is the sprinkle. I like to have the border on the side when it goes for the color fabric, so this stands out color-wise. But not only that, when it goes on the white fabrics, you need the little extra for when you flip it over, because you still have the backing of it. Follow the directions, of course. It'll look like this, but when it's on the white, you won't be able to see the white. So I always like to have that little border. I use like 0.60 and 0.060, and on this one I just happen to use that one. Okay, so once we have everything set up, select it. We're going to mirror left, only because we're going to see if it'll fit easier on the printing area. Okay, let's see. Okay, so see, it's booking up here, and it's really hard to do this one-handed. So we have to then move these over. So they are, still have done videos, but you see we are away from the registration marks. The cut lines are within the cutting parameters. So let's go ahead and print. So now everything is set. Everything's within the parameters. All we do now is go to File, Print, and it's already connected to my printer, and I just do normal. Get it loaded in my Cameo. We just now go to the bleed option. And it's already set up to print, to cut the outer edge. We're going to go to Heat Transfer Material. I'm going to go ahead and change this blade to 6. And I've already changed it on my Cameo. I do have the Cameo 2, so I have to manually change my blade. I do want to get a 3, but there's no point. Mine is perfectly working just fine. And let's see. So then we're just going to go ahead and send it to the silhouette. Hopefully it's working. Checking the registration marks. Sorry for the noise. Okay, so it is now out of the Cameo, and this is basically what you are looking at. Now, I typically try not to do little tiny ones like this. I like to do like one larger image, that way it's easier to peel off. But I basically have to go through every single one of these now. But the cool thing is that unlike the colored image ones where you cut it and you have to peel it off of the backing and it's like this really thin vinyl kind of thing, this is you get all of it and you iron it on to the shirt this way once you heat press it, and then you peel this off. And you can do this with the basic iron as well. Up until now I've done it with an iron, they work just fine. I just happen to have my heat press now. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of these puppies off now. And you'd think it'd be easier to do a spatula. It is not. I hate the spatula tool. I use, the only spatula tools that I use actually are these spatulas for like gesso and stuff like that. These work way better for me than the Cameo or the Silhouette spatulas. The funny thing is, I thought I was recording, but not paying attention. But I've gone ahead and put the shirt in here, put the Teflon sheet. So it's about 340, 350 for 30 seconds, and just waiting for it to ding up. And here it is. Now we have to wait for it to cool down so we can peel off the backing of the protective sheets. So once it's cooled down a bit, it is recommended that you do a second iron, but you do this inside out. Since this one has the protective sheet, I don't have to add the pressing pillow or anything underneath it, in between it, for it not to stick to the inside of the shirt, but I will. I just like to fold over the Teflon sheet. Ooh. And you can see the colors coming through. So there we go, and then we can fold it inside out. Sorry, this is really shaky. I'm really trying to see. Okay, so it's in there now. Put on the Teflon sheet, another 30 seconds. And then I'll just remove it. Now I just saw the I read the instructions again, and I set mine to 350, but it says 380. So we're gonna see how it works out, because the color material says 350. and this one says 380. So, but it seems to work anyway. We're gonna find out momentarily when it comes out and see what happens, you guys. But hopefully it comes out, because if not, this tutorial would have been really bust. So now we have it. Now I'm going to remove the backings of all of these. Hence why I said I prefer to do one large piece as opposed to smaller pieces, but this was something special I wanted to do. And it's super easy with your Cameo. And just carefully remove them. And make sure you read the instructions. Some of the transfers you can actually do as when they're warm. Some of them recommend that you wait till they cool. And you just pull it off. And since it's the white material, unlike in the color prints, you won't see the border. But it's I like to have the border because it kind of, if your Cameo is not, because one time my Cameo wasn't calibrated correctly, and it was still okay because it had the little, space. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and do this at once. So and here is the cupcake. Totally cute cupcake. And this cupcake is from Doodlebug on the Silhouette store, like I said, and it's from the Milk and Cookies. No, not Milk and Cookies. It's from... It's not Milk and Cookies. I'm trying to think. It's from one of their collections. I'm trying to figure this out. Let me get this going. So here are the 3 shirts. I was going to originally make them in like different designs, but I really like the way they came out this way. Let me just fold these out a little bit. I really like the way they came out. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Hope that Sabrina's daughter Jamie likes them. But that is how I did, you guys. That's pretty much how I do. That's how I do all of my... I'm touching them to make sure that they're all still sticking on there in case I boo-booed it up. But that is how I do my t-shirts, for the little t-shirts and everything, the onesies that you see maybe on Instagram or Facebook if you follow me. On those social medias, the ones that I make for my nephews. But hopefully this helps. I know some people had asked me to show them how to do this. That's pretty much the way I do it. I know that there's other people do it other ways. Today was actually the first day I turned on my heat press, so it's I'm on a learning curve right now. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys soon. Oh, and also make sure to follow Jamie's Paper Sprinkles and Sabrina's channels. I will leave links in the description. Thanks, you guys. Bye, everyone.